Hello everyone. I welcome all of you to this special session of a storytelling session on behalf of NGMA of this special storytelling session of NAIMISHA 2021. Today we have a special guest, special storyteller performer with us, Ishan Leonard Rao. Let me give you a brief idea about the storyteller with us today. Ishan Leonard Rao is a 16-year-old pianist and sitarist living in New Delhi. A child prodigy, he is the son of world-renowned musicians Pandit Subendra Rao and Dutch cellist Saskia Rao the Hus. Since a very young age, he has gone on concert tours all over the world with his parents and has performed at various programs with them. Ishan started learning the sitar and the cello at the age of 3 and the piano at the age of 6. He made his solo piano concert debut at the age of 9 in New Delhi. He was selected as a special performer for 2017 at AVRSM concerts in New Delhi and Lucknow and has performed in India and many countries outside India from 2014 onwards. Ishan also teaches piano to underprivileged children and has performed and helped to organize the Music for Children by Children series to promote classical music among children. Now, without wasting time, let us enjoy today's storytelling session by Ishan Leonard Rao. Over to Ishan.
Hello everyone, Namaste. Thank you so much to the National Gallery of Modern Art for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy to perform my piano for all of you and share my music with you. मेरा नाम ईशान है, मैं 16 साल का हूँ and आपने सुना होगा कि मैं पियानो बजाता हूँ, मैं सितार भी बजाता हूँ और मैं cello भी बजाता हूँ, but I love the piano. I love to play the piano, and this is a piano. It has 88 keys. And each key has a certain weight attached to it. So that's a piano. And you might have seen a similar instrument in your schools, for example. You might have seen a keyboard. But that's not a piano necessarily, because pianos, first of all, as I said, they have 88 keys and they have a certain weight. They can be this big. This is a full-size piano. But you can also have pianos that are against a wall, or even digital pianos. And piano bajate hain, as you must have seen, you play it with 2 hands, 10 fingers and 2 feet. So you use pretty much everything. So without further ado, I would like to show you what you can do with the piano. I'll start with a simple melody that you all must recognize. You all probably recognize. And yeah, we'll see from there. Now you all probably recognize that. I mean, it's a very famous melody. It has many names. You might know it as, well, even something like a nursery rhyme, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But it's actually a very old melody. And, well, this great composer heard it hundreds of years ago. And his name was Mozart. And, well, he heard it and he was inspired and he wanted to change it up a bit. He changed it up 12 times, actually. He made it a theme and variations, which is essentially you change certain aspects of the melody. So he created his own versions of the melody. So first of all, I'd like to play the first one for you and just see how that such a variation works. see, he still has the melody intact, but it changes a lot. He makes the right hand much faster and it sounds very lively and exciting. So now he does the same thing, but then he takes the slow notes to the right hand, which is this one, and the fast notes to the left hand, like this. So there you see, again, he does the same thing, but with the other hand. Now he again puts fast notes in one hand and slow, more melodic notes in the other hand. But now he does, instead of 4 notes in one beat, he does 3 notes in one beat. It's quite interesting. Now, with the same as the first two variations, takes the fast note to the left hand, like this. Now, I think the next three variations I'll just play for you. You can listen to them, see how he uses the melody in different ways. I really love how he uses the melody in different ways. So now, the fifth variation. Now, the sixth one, again, he changes the melody up a little bit. Now, the seventh one. Now, in the eighth variation, he changed. So far, we've had different rhythmic changes and different changes to the melody. But now, in this music, you also have harmony. You can have a major scale, or you can have a minor scale. Now, this piece is in a major scale. And in the eighth variation, he changes that to a minor scale. It's actually, yeah. Now, the ninth variation comes a bit closer to home again. But he from this minor scale where he goes away from the melody a little bit. He brings us back quite similarly, but he changes it up a little bit again. Now, from here, I'll just play the next couple of variations and you can see how he does that. Next two variations, actually. After that, the piece, that's the 12th variation. Now, after changing the melody so many times in so many different ways, he wants to end the piece. And to end the piece, he wants to end it with a bang. So 12th variation is a kind of a grand finale that you can say that he just uses to end the piece. Thank you. That was the first piece. And well, now I would like to take you a bit deeper into Western classical music, which is what the piano is predominantly used for. And आज आपके लिए मैं पहले थोड़ा दिखाना चाहता हूँ what the importance of piano technique is. क्योंकि वही मैं बता रहा था कि piano और keyboard में एक बहुत बड़ा difference है. That is that when you play the piano, as I said, you use all 10 fingers. The fingers need to be very strong. They need to be curved. And they also still need to be agile. And well, to do that, you need to practice a lot. You need to practice a lot. And for that, I feel that you need to do exercises, definitely. I mean, an exercise you can do in very boring ways. You can just do a. But when you're a great composer and you're quite unsatisfied by those exercises, you want to do something that also just works piano music. And so composers you made these pieces called etudes. A piano etude means study in French, and they turn these exercises into beautiful pieces of music, and they're really difficult as well to play, and it takes a lot of practice. So I want to play an etude for you by a Polish composer called Frédéric Chopin. And well, yeah, it's really beautiful piece. It's nicknamed the Aeolian harp because it sounds so harp-like. There's one melody that's really soothing and soft and silk-like almost. Yeah. Now, the next piece, I'm sure that you've all, I hope that you've all encountered Impressionism. Impressionism was a movement in art as well. Now, if you've heard about Impressionism, I'd like to tell you something. The Impressionist movement in art was parallel to an Impressionist movement in music during the same time. And you had composers like Claude Debussy. They used music as a form of creating that imagery that you'd associate with Impressionism. And well, the next piece I'm playing is a prelude by that composer Claude Debussy. And well, it creates a very specific image which the composer describes as something, but I'd not like to tell you that quite yet because I feel that if you listen to the piece and you listen to the ideas that it gives across, maybe you get your own unique idea of it. So I'd like to play it for you first, then after you name it for yourself, and I'll tell you what the composer thought of it, or he named it. So, like you to think of what you would think of that piece, essentially, what you would think that piece is. And what the composer thought it was, he named it voile, which is French for veil. A veil, if you don't know, is kind of a thin cloth that covers something. It's kind of translucent. It kind of covers it, but not completely, just shuts it off, kind of very soft way. Now, the next piece I tried to play is another French composer. His name is Maurice Ravel, and it's called Pavane for a Dead Princess. It actually has quite a sad story. He wrote it for when his daughter died, so it's not really a very happy piece, but it again fits into the same impressionist mold, and it's how you use music to depict a picture. And I feel that, especially with such a strong image that you can portray through music, it's really nice to see that in a piece. Now, I'd like to bring you all a little closer to home, and because I personally, I've learned and been exposed to Indian classical music all my life, and well, I'd like to show you that the piano can also be used for Indian music, and I'd like to play an Indian classical raga on the piano, which I personally arranged. I'd like to play Rag Hansadvani on the piano, which and play the song Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje from the Carnatic tradition in a performance of Rag Hansadvani. Now, I hope that all of you have enjoyed the performance and will feel inspired to learn the piano, because I really love to share my music with other people, and I hope that you feel inspired to learn the piano. And actually, music is the biggest gift you can give to anyone, yourself included. And with this in mind, I've also started a piano instruction beginners program consisting of a book and accompanying videos that will be accessible online for free from the 1st of July. If you want to know about that, if you want to actually learn piano, you can contact me about that on my email, ishwarao24@gmail.com. And now for the last piece, I'll be playing a song that, well, every Indian will surely recognize. And it's written by, the lyrics to it are written by Muhammad Iqbal, and it was put to music by my father's guru, Bharat Ratna Pandit Ravi Shankarji. And well, I'm sure you'll recognize it, but thank you for joining me today.
Fantastic. Music, art, performances, story all go hand in hand, especially when it comes to an excellent amalgamation of young performer and expressionist like Ishan. Extremely happy to have witnessed the mesmerizing performance, and I I was watching your session thoroughly, Ishan. Let me read out my mind, Ishan. I wish I could also play piano like you. God bless you, Ishan, and I pray soon you become the pride for our country.
Thank you so much.
Needless to say, it was a wonderful, mind-blowing session, especially during a time when we all are under restrictions. Children are forcefully kept inside their home. Schools are shut. Playgrounds are empty. A sense of relief with such a melodious session. On behalf of entire NGMA family, I thank you, Ishan, for taking out your precious time for all of us and to teach us life is beautiful. And I thank all the participants for being with us. So at the end of the session, I would request all of you to give a round of applause for Ishan. Thank you once again, Ishan.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really an honor. Thank you for the opportunity.
It's you're unmuted, so you can clap. Thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you.